Wow, what a roller coaster of a game. Manchester United versus Brentford. It has just finished 1-1. Absolutely wild game. It was actually very boring until about the 100th minute. Then everything just went absolutely wild. I honestly think this is one of the worst games that we've played in like the last 2 years. Like, that's how bad today's performance was. We were giving balls away, weren't defending properly. Our offense was like non existent. And it felt like Brentford was on the attack for the whole game. Like, it honestly felt like a offensive training session for them. Every single time they get the ball, they're on a breakaway and they get a shot, and it shows in the stats. Manchester United faced 31 shots in this game alone, and this is against Brentford. This ain't Man City, Bayern, Real Madrid. It's not one of the big, massive teams, like this is Brentford Bees. And we're allowing them to get 31 shots on us. That is just utterly ridiculous. And am I the only one that had a little bit of PTSD before the game started? Because the last time we were away at Brentford wearing green, we lost 4-0, and we showed up today wearing our dark green kits, and I was real worried. And it's weird because at halftime, I thought we played terribly. Like, the first half felt like it was Brentford's half, but then you look at the stats, and apparently we weren't actually that bad. But like I said earlier, it felt like Brentford was just constantly on the attack, and that's why they had so many shots. Like, look at this, 14 shots at half versus 3. And then finishing the game with 31 shots, like, that is just wild. Onana had a pretty good game, like a lot of good saves, really good commanding from the box, and, I thought he played pretty good. I'm happy Mason Mount got a goal. I think this was his first goal. I'm not entirely sure, but regardless, it was a really important goal. I thought we were going to just steal this game and just perform an absolute robbery in the last minute with this goal, and I think it was like the 107 or 106 minute or something, like something crazy, and then Brentford just scored right after, and I was like, oh man, really? Here it is, 96th minute, we go up 1-0, then 99th minute, Brentford equalize. I think we're in a lot of trouble now, losing a couple of points here because we are now in 6th place. We're 8 points behind Tottenham in that last Champions League spot. At this point, I don't know if it's going to be possible. Like, there's going to have to be some crazy miracle that happens where Tottenham just drops a ton of points and we just win pretty much every game until the end of the season, but I don't really see that happening. And if that doesn't happen, then I am extremely worried for Erik ten Hag because today's performance was abysmal. It was garbage. We could barely string 3 passes together. Our possession was decent, but when we had the ball, it was atrocious football. And he had a very strong starting 11 playing this game, so the fact that they played that bad, I don't know what the problem was. Maybe the players were tired because it was a late game. I don't know, but they played very, very bad. And honestly, we are extremely lucky to be leaving Brentford with even 1 point because they should have won this game like 6-7-0. They had so many great chances, they just couldn't sink the ball in the back of the net. They hit the post, they hit the crossbar twice, they were dominating us all over the field, winning pretty much every 50-50 ball. They were defending pretty well, they looked like a strong team in today's game. And like I said earlier, it honestly felt like they were just on the offense and the attack for the whole game, which is just crazy to say because Manchester United should not be getting dominated like that against a team like Brentford. So yeah, guys, terrible performance today. We're leaving with a point, so that's decent, I guess, but we're very late into the season. We need all 3 points against teams like Brentford. We cannot afford to be dropping any points at all this late in the season. Especially when we're not even in Champions League qualification spots just yet. We're fighting to get one of them, and we still have some pretty tough opponents to play in the Premier League, so, it's not like a guarantee that we're going to be getting 3 points every game. So, yeah, 1-1 against Brentford. I don't really know where we go from here because I don't see us getting Champions League qualification at this point. Like, a miracle could obviously happen, but I just don't see it personally. I am very worried for Erik ten Hag because if we were playing someone like Real Madrid, Man City, Bayern, whatever, we would have lost probably 8-0 today. I really hope we can perform a miracle for the last few games of the season and we can somehow, someway get a Champions League spot, but it is not looking too good. Let me know what you guys thought about today's game down below in the comments. And do you think Erik ten Hag is going to be here next season?